Zeofate plays Ixion. And welcome everybody to another episode of Ixion, where time for another epic cutscene.
In accordance with Kraft Stanford procedures, all ships must return to the Tycoon before Vol Jump initiation. Full engine ready.
Time to jump this thing. This cutscene is so epic.
The Earth, our home, she is unique. Held in its bosom are the ingredients of evolution. Beyond raw survival, beyond the safety of comfort, we, humanity, pursue something greater. We have learnt, persevered, shaped our knowledge from that which is found in the furthest realms of science. However, humanity has brought destruction to the earth, polluted its blood, choked its breath. Today we are paying the price for this. We know the taste of a dying world. But the earth is not to be our grave. A mother does not wish to see her children disappear with her. She wishes to see instead courage in her children, to carry on. Dolos carries this courage. We have gone further than any nation, moved faster than any corporation, hand in hand with those who, like us, carry that courage. The Tycoon Station is both an epilogue of these endeavors and a prologue to humanity's next steps. Our Council of Scientists leads the vanguard. They know, as do we all, that the survival of humanity now depends on what we glimpse out there in the dark. That we are masters of our own destiny. That we must go as a species bound together, pushing further into the unknown. We set sail on this new sea because there is hope to be found, horizons to explore, and because our very existence depends on it. I give you the stars. I give you the Vol engine.
Oops.
Full jump complete. Running preliminary diagnostics. Several anomalies detected. Multiple digital security breaches found within full jump routines. Full engine critically damaged. Hull integrity compromised. Analysis confirms discrepancies between the mission clock and the apparent advanced state of the solar system. We are receiving no communication signals from Earth. Likelihood of ongoing survival stands at approximately 7.67%. Activating Marduk survival protocols. New mission objective established. Ensure humanity's survival by finding a habitable exoplanet. Urgent issues requiring immediate attention. Increase food production output. Restore hull integrity. Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Yeah, we fucked up. There's no other way to describing that. Something went horribly wrong. Although my question is why in the hell weren't all these integrity checks and everything else done before we initiated the warp jump? But I'm not the who am I kidding? I am the guy in charge of systems. God damn it, the buck stops with me. Oops. I don't know what else to say. Okay. So let's
The crew's trust in your leadership is falling.
yeah, I don't think it matters which one you select. We're all gonna get screwed. Yeah. I'm going to send an expedition to Earth. Here's the thing. Every time we do a jump, we take more damage that we cannot repair. So we have a limited number of jumps, and then we're screwed. Also, the hull is going to continue degrading, so we have to have metal in order to repair it. Which we don't have any of at the moment, so we really need to start getting stuff going. So you're going to get sent there. Now I have mining ships set up. Trying to find a spot, hopefully with a lot of iron and carbon. Get that launched so we can hopefully start getting that production up and running. Because yeah, my hull loses 28 integrity per cycle. Let's get the Dolos headquarters researched. Speed up time a little bit.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay. So that's going to get us some research, and some metal, which is critical stuff we need right now. The research is going to help us finish off the steel mill, which is going to get us our industry up and running. I'm going to turn on hull repair. You're going to use 2 metal and try to keep our hull integrity up. So, our cargo ship should be going and gathering now, which is what we want. I need you to finish off. That should automatically have triggered our mining ship to go out and start collecting, which is good. Okay, that's been unlocked. Good. So the next thing I'm going to want is... I'm going to go into the tech lab here. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start getting the other factories up and researched. Because I'm going to need them. So, first factory is going to be a steel mill. Get you going. And we got use for that, so just temporarily I'm going to set you to circuit boards, get you out of my docking bay so that you can get put in there. I'll turn you back to polymer right after you're done. There we go. That is going to get our metal production up and running, which is what we want. Okay, investigate. Just go through and investigate these, then I'll send him off to the Urshinabi. You're making your way to iron. Start mining that up. That's going to allow me to start producing iron, which is something we're really going to need. Pretty much the only thing I can really do is out here at the moment, so let's speed up time. Once you've finished grabbing all the metal from here, then you're going to come over here and start gathering up the raw material that's been mined.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay, that's going to give us more circuit boards, more iron. That's good. So we're going to finish scouring the earth. That's all we need. And we need polymers next. So for fleet-wise, I'm going to slightly bump down everything else and slightly have our raw resources up and running. Okay.
Administrator, we are picking up a Dolos emergency frequency broadcasting from the facility Outer Hope. Dolos protocol dictates that in the event of a major systems failure, administrators must contact the nearest Dolos site immediately. Outer Hope Station is likely to have both the materials and expertise required to repair the damage that the Vol engine has sustained.
That's what we need to get us kicking.
A new request awaits your attention.
Okay. So, we got a couple different requests. Yeah, the stability is going down. Nothing I can do about that. Find and collect 500 cryogenic pods. We'll work on that. So let's get... those up and running. You're up and running, good. That is going to start getting this stuff back up and running. You're now constructing, good. You hopefully are going to start getting some polymers now as well. Okay. Let's get you sent off. Second miner heading out. Let's just empty this out temporarily. Switch you back to Palmer because you have nowhere to go. You're just going to sit there. You know, I need a little bit more speed going on that Palmer, so we'll set 2 of you guys. That'll double the transfer rate. Okay, so starting to run low on energy, so let's get that fixed. Switch you to cryopods. Okay. Let's gather up your remaining resources. I'm only going to have one ship focus on cryopods for now. I'll have the rest of that set there. So there's my second cargo ship. It's going to go out. It's going to start grabbing some of those resources we need. Okay, let's get our electronics factory going. And we need more housing.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Yeah, I'm not going to unlock a new sector unless I absolutely have to. Because a new sector means additional hull integrity drain. Which we really can't deal with too effectively right now.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay. So, let's see here. You are there. We'll send you to there. How is my research doing? You're still chewing through. You guys set up. Okay. Okay. You're slowly progressing. You actually startled me with that one, and I did spot your back, but I am recording at the moment, so... Good job on that one, though. Jeez. Okay.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Let's see, let's just dismantle part of the facility. Gives us Jupiter. Ooh. I'm gonna need that for some resources there. Okay. The main portion of this game there are two primary sections to this game. The very first section is in here. This is your layout. This is your organization and keeping your people alive. That's what this section is all about. Okay, this is where you get all of your manufacturing capabilities.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
This is where you get all your refinements, everything like that. Okay, this I need there, I need that there. That is going to be for raw silicone, and that is going to be for the chips. I already got the silicone there. Okay, so that's carbon. So let's change that to polymer. No. Leave that alone for now. We'll go set you for cryopods. This section here is where you're primarily going to be dealing in here. This is researching, getting additional capabilities. There are sub-things you can research that'll give various subsystems more capacities or like more storage, automations, stuff like that. This is section 1. And that actually spreads over to all 6 sectors in this ship. This section here, this is just outer hull construction. You're just coming in here and you're just adding stuff for extra power. That's it. That's all you go out there for. The third sector of this game, or the second major section of this game, is the solar system view. Here is where you are exploring planets, finding resources for utilization, and basically trying to figure out how to get to the next chapter of the game. That is what everything is. Let's get battlefield searched. To do that, you need probes, which are made right here. So without probes, you can't find new resources, new anything, which can be a problem. Without new resources and everything else, yes, you run out of material, especially iron, because, well, your hull is constantly going to degrade. And the more stuff you have hooked in outside, the faster it's going to do that. So yeah, you've got to...
A science ship team has completed a task.
Got to keep on top of things. You're done. Okay, so 10 food, 40 crowd pods, excellent, and 15 science. Leave you there, let you gather the science. Our cargo ship will, once the one is ready, he will go off and he'll collect that stuff. Oh, got another probe up. So your primary challenge is, this is where you find resources. Your goal is to have them go green like this. This means you will find that resource in where that probe's going to scan. But right now, my focus primarily is on that right there, the research and cryopods. If the exclamation mark bar goes, that means that is a storyline location that you're going to need. So like right now, I've got mining ships are just going back for repair, but I'm getting iron set up here. Yeah, there's the... Okay, yeah, one guy's going for the cryopods, the other guy... Actually, you know what? Let's drop your food down really low. So both my cargo ships are heading to the same spot, but I didn't want that, so I changed up.
An accident has occurred in the tycoon.
Crap. Yeah, and then you're going to have stuff like this go on, where you're going to have accidents that are going to injure people, possibly kill them. And yeah. So let's see here. Factories. Oh, shh. You know what? I don't really need electronics right now. We'll just gather the resources. That's no big deal. Population. Cryogenic sleep center. We'll get you placed there, so that way we can start getting the cryopods up and running. Okay, next. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Your pledge to repair. If you don't succeed in your pledges, you're gonna lose trust. And these guys will turn around and they'll stop listening to you and cause problems. And you don't want that. So let's get some more housing in. Because as I wake people up from cryopods, I'm going to need the extra housing. Good on food at the moment. So I'm going to shut that down because right now I need 202 workers and I have 189. So that doesn't help much. Let's get next section going. You're still en route. You're still en route. You're en route. You're just about done.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Let's get you going. Everything's stopped in there. Okay, so let's get batteries going because I am going to need batteries. Because anytime we move the ship, which we can move the ship around the station, around the system as much as we want. But anytime I move the ship, the sectors lose power. Because all the power generated from the solar panels goes to running the ship. So if you want your sectors to remain powered so that your people can eat, you need batteries. The more batteries you have, the longer the sector can remain unpowered. Just make sure you're paying attention. Okay, so there's the cryopods. You know what? I'm actually going to... No, I'm going to need those in the future, so I'm going to leave them alone. Here, I'm going to say I don't want non-workers. Oh, you're not going to let me select. Okay. So now people are getting woken up from cryo sleep, which means slowly the number of people I'm going to go up is going to go, but I can't control whether they are workers or whether they are just civilians. I have no control over that. Okay, so you're in process, you're working there, so let's get you moved to there. Anything else research-ish in this semi-area? Right there. The only thing I can suggest is go in Steam, set it to your wish list, and just watch for when it goes on sale.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Let's get Outer Hope dismantled. Okay, so carry out ecological analysis, know my protocol, cut down the tree, and leave. Let's carry out an analysis first. Sometimes it's tricky finding a spot where... Okay, no? Nice.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay, so you guys have finished mining there. How is my metal supply going? You're working through. Good. My food is doing really good. think I can shut you guys off for now. Let's see here. Battery, good. Here's the thing. All structures have to have access to a road in order for you to be able to repair them or interact or basically use them. If they don't interact with the road in some way, shape, or form, you're not using them. How are you guys doing? Starting to get the workers I needed up and running, which is nice. Okay, those set to build. I swear there should have been something over here. Yeah, I guess that section's just dead. Okay. Okay, you're done. Good. You're working on Uranus. That's where I want you to stay. We're going to send you off to Venus. Okay, so I've got 32 research available right now. Let's get the black box going. Okay, it's going to give me some little bit of food. Let's cut down that tree. Full up on Palmer, good. Got another probe ready. Unless you critically need a resource, like silicone, iron, or carbon, I would not... I'd only really search out iron for the most part.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Let's see. You know what? I think I'm just going to dismantle this line. I don't need to build it up. Because you doing your investigations in these various different locations will give you all sorts of stuff to work with.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Okay, let's see here. Block for use information located in the atmosphere of Jupiter. Okay, that's fine. So let's see here. I need... Let's start getting you going. Just so I have the option of increasing stability if I need to. But right now, I'm actually doing pretty good. As long as this stays at 100%, I'm fine. If it goes below 100%, I'm screwed. And we are out of metal. That is one of those things that we need to pay attention to. two systems are going. That's fine. Okay, your research is going good.
A science ship team has completed a task.
So I have 10. I have 45
A probe has completed its scan.
room left.
A science ship team has completed a task.
You gather up that research. That's 25. You gather up that research. I still need a lot more cryopods. Or I am in a lot of trouble. Is there any other research going on? No. Okay. So, what that means is we are done doing any probing, so I'm going to shut this off just to free up some people. Inside is working perfectly fine. Send you to the debris field. Okay. Yeah, you've got a lot in this game that you need to balance. Because like right now I'm out of iron entirely. So right now you're going there and you're going to be grabbing us that iron, hopefully. Because, yeah, I've only got so much hull integrity I can work with. Okay. You're done on Venus. Let's send you off to Mars. This is basically a lot of what the game is going to be. It's figuring out what you want to deal with, what you don't want to deal with, and how you want to deal with it. So, since I've got pretty much all the research here that I really critically want done, going into Tech Lab, and... oh, no, yeah, I need Tech 2, so I actually do need to finish off Memorials. Let's get this done. Because then that's going to unlock upgrades. See, I can put a stability center there that'll get me an extra little bit of trust. But right now, I don't actually need it. I'm letting my food go down a little bit simply because I know there's food out there that still needs to be gathered, like right here, and I'm just making sure it's got space.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Okay. Let's see. We'll just hopefully be able to slowly go and investigate all of it. Hopefully.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Mars! Let's, let's use our clearance codes, which probably are not going to work because anybody who cooperates us is evidently a traitor. Then again, we boops the moon. There's no way to live that down. We oops the moon. Okay. Let's get that done.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Nice. So far, I've got 135 of 500.
A science ship team has completed a task.
I think I screwed up on that one. I think I should have surveyed the entire system, but I didn't. I think that's going to cause me to fail that one. It's that's the prime example of if you select the wrong one, you can end things early.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Oh, hello, 250. That is going to keep one of my cargo units busy for a while.
No more resources available to mine.
Yep, that's fine.
A science ship team has completed a task. A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Black Market Society. Sounds like people I need to talk to. Okay, building up on iron, good. Getting things stored, good. doing really well on Palmer, which I really like. So let's get that emptied out temporarily.
A science ship team has completed a task.
And switch you back to carbon. Oop. Okay, I need to shut you off for now because I don't need any more workers. So let's get people housed and that'll be it. Got our batteries up and running, which is beautiful. Okay, got that. Let's send the team deeper.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay, you're done? Nope, I want to reverse that. I want
An
that last piece of
accident has occurred
research.
in the Tycoon.
Okay, you're just a minor accident. You're auto repair. I don't have to worry about you.
New upgrades
Okay.
are available for research.
So, let's start looking in here. What do I really need to upgrade? First things first, I want to upgrade my science generation to 3 every 5 cycles rather than 1 every 30 cycles. Right. So let's get you moving back. Okay. So, just about finished up with this system. We've just got in the last stages of gathering everything up.
A science ship has arrived
From there,
at its
we're
destination. A science ship team has completed a task.
okay. I think that's going to end badly, so let's just break through the ice. It's going to keep more structure going. So we'll do that. It is going pretty good. We're just on the edge of starting to wrap up this world entirely, or this system. Okay, I need to turn back on some food generators because I'm now breaking low.
A science
So
ship
I
team
need
has
19
completed a
every
task.
5 cycles. And you produce 1 a cycle. So you're in total going to produce 10. So I'm going to need you
A
turned on.
ship team has completed a task. Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Let's get you going. Yes. You're fine. So that's going to give us 200 more cryopods. So let's see. Via biometric data sampling. Okay, that looks like you're done there. So let's send you on to Neptune. Now, I actually knew this particular event here is linked to something here. So that's why I went here first, and I'm sending the same ship. So we actually need to get the Tycoon
A science
moving.
ship has arrived at its destination.
I love how the flight paths are altering and how they're arcing and going further ahead because they're future planning to where they're going to meet up with the ship when it's there. That's just beautiful. Okay. Ooh, well, there's biometric data. Let's get that opened. Okay. That's going to pull that up.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Ooh, right there. That is beautiful. That's everything we're going to do there.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay, so you're done. So you're gonna go back to the Tycoon. Always take any excess materials. I'm gonna leave.
Administrator,
It's not gonna let me do it.
we have received a transmission from the Hephaestus PA, Olympia.
Tycoon, Ixion is now in orbit and ready for installation. You are not designed to calculate your own vol coordinates. Ixion will only permit you to use previously generated coordinates or to follow the vol signatures of others that have crossed self-similar space. To make your existence worthwhile, you will need to find the coordinates of the exoplanet that Protagoras is looking for, Remus. Vanya was right about the echoes of the future. I bestow upon you this miracle, and with it, release myself so that I may embrace the sleep that was stolen from me.
There we go. So, let's get you installed. You're all gathered.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention. Administrator, we are ready to follow the traces of the Protagoras through self-similar space using the frequencies recovered from Outer Hope's black box. Vol systems have been adapted for the new Ixion class engine. The Tycoon is now fully equipped to pursue our main objective: ensure humanity's survival by finding the habitable exoplanet named Remus.
Okay, next thing, stockpile. Let's get integrated storage bays, which is going to allow them to store 10% more. So at this point in time, I can now jump whenever I want. But before I do that, I am just going to let the ships finish gathering up the resources that I've got.
An accident has occurred
Okay,
in the Tycoon.
For the number of probes, you can have one probe per probe launcher. So if you build more probe launchers, you can have more probes. Okay, you guys are... Set you to a high priority. Set you to a high priority. You to a high priority. Then you'll go gather the iron last, theoretically. Glad these things have extra storage there. One catch is you don't want to stay in a system too long, because if you do, you're going to get a permanent negative a permanent negative to your happiness here, which over time, and the sheer number of them you can get hit with, is rather significant. You know what? I want you to avoid that one for now. Now, the problem with that, if staying in a system too long, is you don't have a timer. You have no idea how long that would be. That can cause you some issues. I just want you guys to finish up what you're doing. You know what? I don't want 2 mining ships. I want another cargo. I want another cargo vessel. Just to speed up the gathering a little bit more. Left of that. All that's... No, this stuff's not cleared up yet. How is my food? Yeah, I wanted to get the food first. So right now we're just doing just let the resources finish cleaning up and then we can jump again. I think it's still got 1 guy for each resource. Cleans up that carbon. Okay. That stuff's done. Yeah, even doing this trick, it still limits
An accident.
the amount that you can actually have in the sector, in that storage, to the same amount. You can hold 110 units in there. That's it. So, once that's out of room, you're... You see, every time, the longer I'm waiting, the more of a risk I'm putting it. And right now I'm trying to do the calculations of whether the risk is worth it or not. No, it's not. So, that's going to be where we're going to wrap up this episode. So, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. We will see you all